when we get there, if we want to work our way that way or whatever.
Hello and welcome to Central High School today for Senior Day over here at Central as the Red Devils prepare to take on the Dexter Tigers. I am Zach White. I am joined by my broadcast partner Mark Callen, and we're excited to bring you this one, and especially excited to be able to show off these Central Red Devil seniors and what is going to be their Senior Day. Mark, Senior Day coming a little bit early this year, but all the same amount of excitement. We even have some select fans, as each senior, I believe there were 6 seniors listed for Central, and they were all allowed to bring 4 people, so they get some recognition on the field for all their hard work and what they've been able to do over their careers.
Yeah, nice, and you mentioned the seniors, and we'll go over those real quick for the Red Devils. As you said, it is Senior Day for them. Brooke Lunt, Brooke Simpson, Erica Noonan, Kaylin Parks, Taylor Caruso, and Hannah Crocker are their 6 seniors for Rick Speed's squad.
Yeah, and it's nice to see some fans here. You can see them on the screen, I'm sure. And obviously social distancing and some practice being taken and safety measures being taken put into place here. We'd like to have a whole complete slate of fans, but at least these seniors who have worked hard their whole careers and have led up to their senior season, they get recognized and have some people that they are love and family members and friends here for them live. So that's good. And on top of that, I'm sure we're going to see a quality soccer game. We had the privilege of watching the Red Devils take on Foxcroft Academy the other day, Mark, and that ended up in a Foxcroft victory 1-0. The only goal of that game coming on a penalty kick. And all around, I was pretty impressed with the action we saw the other day. And what are your thoughts about Central and what we saw from that one heading into this game?
Very impressive, especially on the defensive end. And they stepped. Foxcroft outshot them, but they were able to maintain it. As you said, the only goal came on a penalty shot on a penalty in the box there. But Lexi Gibson did a great job as keeper for the Red Devils, and Noonan and a few of the other backs, Crocker, Caruso, Parks. They did a good job, stopping the Foxcroft attack. And that was their first game, and so they got one in the books for them. So that's a good way to get. They want to get a win, but at least they got to get on the field.
Right, getting some experience in an early season slate where neither teams, especially let's talk about today's team, not a lot of practice between the two of them.
Leading up to the game last time against Foxcroft for these Red Devils, they
had a complete week of practices, which equals out to 5 total. And Dexter about the same, 5 or 6 practices for them. And Central, they haven't had any time to talk about the game on the practice field since their last matchup against Foxcroft. So the first game for the Dexter Tigers, second game for the Red Devils, but they have a similar amount of experience. The one differential is really that game against Foxcroft, where the Red Devils got to see some actual competition in action in a way that they hadn't in quite a while.
Yeah, and so that's the one advantage they have. As you said, this is Dexter's opener. They have 5 seniors: Olivia Peaks, Peyton Grant, Abby Wakefield, Cheyenne Beam, and Jade Wintle. Cheyenne Beam, you might have seen the story a few weeks ago on EasternMediaSports.com. She's returning. She played in middle school, played soccer, and she played field hockey the first 3 years in high school, and now she's back on the soccer field. A tremendous athlete for Jody Grant's Tigers team.
Yeah, like you said, Beam, we've seen it on the basketball court, we've seen it on the field hockey field, and other sports as well, softball. She's an all-around great athlete, so it's going to be very interesting to see how that athleticism translates over to the soccer field. I fully expect that we'll hear from her, and we'll see a lot from her tonight, and good things is what I expect, but at the same time, not playing 3 years of soccer and then coming over, it's going to be interesting. One thing I want to note about this game before we start is something to watch out for. There's a lot of speed on both sides, I would say. Jillian Poliquin, very fast and explosive for the Tigers. Expect to see her, talk about her quite a bit tonight on Central. We talked a lot about Riley Speed last game and how she was trying to make a lot of things happen, was shadowed almost everywhere she went, didn't have a lot of open space to make a play, but you could see her ability and what she can do. Brooke Lunt, another name in the speed she brings to the table. This is going to be a very interesting matchup in terms of the speed and what we're going to see from the counterattacks, as both of these defenses I expect a lot out of. We saw what the Red Devils could do, and I expect a similar effort from the Tigers on the defensive side tonight.
Yeah, and these teams and these players and these coaches know each other well. They play, these student athletes play in all 3 sports. They play in, softball and basketball as well. And if so they know each other well, so it should make for an entertaining afternoon.
Yeah, unlike last game where Foxcroft Academy and Dover Foxcroft had Foxcroft Academy, Dover Foxcroft. Foxcroft Academy and Central had never met in the regular season for a soccer matchup, and that's not true with these two schools. These two schools are very familiar with each other in a variety of sports, and they've been able to meet up in several of those different sports. But we didn't get a softball season last year, and this is something that we talked about a little bit for the Red Devils and Foxcroft Academy last game for being able to get finally back onto the field. This is going to be the first time these Tigers have been able to be out on the athletic field in quite some time, and I expect a similar sense of excitement and energy, and then I expect the same thing about fine-tuning some things. And I'm interested to also see how Central, although they haven't had a practice to really talk about a lot of the things that they could have improved upon last game, as they played through that one, you could tell that things were starting to click, and the positioning and being able to listen to the players talk to one another and being in the right spots on the field and things of that nature. I'm interested to see how they adjust from what they learned from their last game, and really to see how the Tigers play through that today and get used to playing with each other again in a way that they haven't played in a long time.
One thing we noticed about Central on Friday was they subbed a lot. And one of the part of that was only a week to practice, and as we mentioned during the broadcast, that schedule-wise, that was kind of like what a preseason game would be in normal years, But they got right to the regular season because that's the way what the schedule says to do. And but Dexter's going to face the same challenges today, and I'm sure they'll face, as I said, face the same challenges and see what happens.
Yep, and at the end of the day, another sentiment I want to talk about is if you're joining us for the first broadcast, thank you for doing so. And a couple housekeeping things. There is no sanctioned MPA tournament this year. There might be a regional tournament, but that's all kind of speculation at this point. And one thing I touched on last game that I think is important to touch on again is that without that, there might be a lack in the intensity from the way it would look. But that's really not what we saw from Foxcroft and Central from last game. It was just as intense. It felt just as serious. And also, it kind of brings you back to just enjoying the game and being able to go through the game and appreciate the athletic event as opposed to always having to worry about if you're going to win in terms of your standings. Obviously, everyone's out here to compete and to win and for all of that. But it kind of got back to the sense of just enjoying it, enjoying the fun, enjoy being back on the field, enjoy playing with your friends. And for I can't imagine a better point to make before a senior day, as the Red Devils seniors have been playing their whole careers for this night. It's an important night, and I'm definitely excited that we get to bring it for you, and even more excited that there are some fans here able to witness it. As I mentioned earlier, each senior able to bring up to 4 members to enjoy the game in person, as we wish we could have all of you, but that is better than nothing for these seniors.
Yes, much already feels different than it did Friday because we were here by ourselves on Friday on this side of the field. So at least we got some people here joining us, and going to get to see their seniors, the ceremonies, and get to see the game. So that's definitely a positive.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a lonely day for us on the sidelines, but we still made the most of it. Real quickly, we want to give a shout out to some of our sponsors. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular home communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today. So we really want to give a shout out to them. They're a title sponsor, and all of our sponsors, we really appreciate you. Mark, you can provide your information for future sponsors if they would like to join in on this, and really appreciate all of them as they've helped make this possible and to bring the action to all of you at home.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Zach. And if you want to sponsor our broadcast, please contact me at easternmainesports@gmail.com. And again, we want to thank you. We'll mention all the sponsors throughout the day, and also we'll get a few ads to show you.
Yeah, absolutely. And the senior day was originally supposed to kick off at 3:45 here at Central High School, but we're coming up on that right now, and I'm not seeing much people moving around. It says 8:10 on the clock, so they might have pushed that back just a touch. So we'll keep going through the pregame here, and if we have to send it over there, we will. And we're really excited to get back on the field. I'm sure these Tigers are, and it's exciting, and being back on the field, not having that softball season and not having much for the summer. We talked about all these same things with the Red Devils, but for the Tigers, they face a similar challenge. They face the challenge of playing with each other for the first time in quite a while. And what do you expect out of these two teams, Central having that game and the Tigers especially not having a game on their record yet?
Oh, I think it's just a very competitive contest, as it usually is when these two schools get together in any sport, and that's what I expect, and a lot of hustling and wanting to win. That's they're out there, as you said, they're glad to just be out there, but they're also trying to get a W, both going for their first win of the season.
Yep, and that hustle and that determination is something that we've seen a lot out of Jody Grant coach teams. Obviously, a familiar name in the basketball spectrum, which we really hope we can bring to you in the winter season. Real quickly, before we get to the senior activities, we're going to send it over to a commercial break, and then we're going to resume from the action here and bring you a little bit more pregame, and then obviously we're going to honor these seniors as it is their senior day. Thank you very much, and be back with you soon.
I truly believe that if you're going to do something better, you got to start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
Busy with places to go.
Welcome back here as we are joining in on a little bit more pregame. They keep putting a little bit more time on the clock for you, so we're just going to keep talking through. But before we do that, we want to mention a couple more sponsors who have helped make all of this possible. Rouse Garage Stop into Rouse Garage in Dover Foxtrot to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. Rouse Garage, we treat you like you are the only customer. Herring Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market and a full-time USDA-inspected meat slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plant. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Walter Street, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And finally, Charles Inn. If you need a place to stay downtown Bangor, Maine, gives Charles Inn a call at 207-992-2820. Visit them at 20 Broad Street or reserve a room at thecharlesinn.com.
Yeah, thank you to all of them. And again, we're getting ready for action. They keep putting, every time we look up, they put like a few more minutes. Maybe all the parents or whoever aren't here yet. Maybe that's the reason for that. But they keep putting more time on every time we look up.
Right, and that's all right. We'll get to the action eventually, I am sure. Now they might kick off the action for the seniors at the top of the hour, around 4 or 3:55, 5 minutes of, around that area. Either way, we'll have it for you here. We'll be able to bring that to you when all that starts. And until then, really excited, as we keep mentioning, to get out here. It's a little bit of a windy day out here at Central High School. It was raining a little bit earlier, so we weren't sure. We've got the tent up, and we're ready to go and to bring that to you. I checked the field earlier when we first got here, and it doesn't seem like the field conditions are going to be too bad for today. A typical fall day here in Maine, maybe not quite as warm as we had it the other day, but all the same, the field looks good. I didn't see any spots where there was collected water, so it should make for a decent day of soccer action and player safety and all those things taken into account, it appears, at least from what I could tell, that the field is in good shape and ready to go.
It certainly does, and it said with people to the right of us, with balloons behind us, and they're ready to celebrate their seniors. We mentioned too, didn't get this day in softball. Didn't get any days in softball or whatever sport they play. Track, there's also track, and they didn't get that. So it's a special day for these seniors, because as we mentioned, don't want to be negative, but we don't know how many more games it's going to be. I mean, we're hoping there's a 10-game season. That's what everybody has, but they have to have this early in the season, so make sure these seniors get their day.
Yeah, it's important to note too, this isn't like we're nearing the end of the year as it typically would feel on a senior day. It's just like Mark mentioned, and it's very important to get this day in general, just in case in these uncertain times when we don't really know much for sure. We know for sure today that the Central High School seniors are going to be able to be honored, and the seniors include Brooke Lunt, Brooke Simpson, Erica Noonan, Kaylin Parks, Taylor Caruso, and Hannah Crocker, and we want to give them and their families a big shout out. And if you can't be with us today, which they do, like I mentioned before, I'll probably mention it a couple times for those that just join in, that each senior was allowed up to 4 people to come to the game for them, so that's why you're noticing some fans on the sideline. Outside of that, the game last week, we didn't have any fans able to attend, but it's nice to have these seniors be able to be recognized in person, as well as if you're listening online. We really appreciate that, and as do the players. Let's talk about a little bit more what we expect to see. We started touching on this a little bit before, but diving into it a little bit more. Speed, speed, speed. And I don't mean just Riley speed. I mean the quickness on the field that we expect to see. Saw a lot out of her, saw a lot out of Brooke Lunt, and what we expect out of them and what they can bring to the table speed-wise, but that's just for the Red Devils. Dexter has some great athletes that can get up and down the field as well, including Jillian Poliquin, as we mentioned earlier. Peyton Grant, definitely a player that knows how to play the sport, a great basketball player, great all-around athlete. And speaking of athletes, you have Cheyenne Beam, who came over, and I've never been able to watch her play soccer, but I've seen her as an athlete, and I expect to see great things out of her today as well. Dexter has some seniors too. Let's just mention who those are one more time for you. They've got Olivia Peaks, Payne Grant, Abby Wakefield, Cheyenne Beam, and Jade Wintle. And this is their first game of the season. There's going to be some kinks. There's going to be some ironing out process and figuring out just how to get everyone into the right position. There'll be some growing pains, to put it mildly. But that's expected. Those things are going to come. The Red Devils went through it, and they still played Foxcroft Academy tight to a 1-0 loss, but it took a penalty kick in order for Foxcroft Academy to come out on that one, and a lot of that was because of the defense. And Brittany Grant is a name that comes to mind when thinking about that. Erica Noonan also played very well, and Gibson in goal. She had some nice saves and was able to switch field easily for her team a couple of times, and players now making their way to the sidelines before this. I'm not sure if this is leading up to the senior day, but it is the senior day in general, but the senior day ceremonies, as that's going to be happening, I'm sure, relatively soon. One more thing I want to mention, there's going to be there's some new rules, some new things going on within the game itself that you might not have heard of or been privy to before. And one of those is that, off the top of my head, is they do take a break at the 20-minute mark of each half, so kind of half before the half, so to speak. And it's not a super long break, but enough time for either side to sanitize, as they have sanitization stations on each sideline, and just a new break in the action.
Yeah, and that's, just, as you said, for the sanitizing and all. I do want to mention one more thing. Lexi Gibson, the keeper for Central, she coming off a pretty serious injury. She's thrilled to be out there, even early in the season, no matter if it's 2 games or 10. She's just happy to get playing. She got actually hurt in the Dexter game last year, and so that, coming back from major injury, this is her first. Friday was her first time back on the field. So good to see her back in action.
Absolutely, of course, and really good to see that in general. It's good to see a lot of these players back on the field in a way that we haven't been able to in quite a while. We're going to take another break before we start the senior activities. The clock says 1:30, so we're hoping that we can bring it to you then, and we'll rejoin you for the senior ceremony. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
I truly believe that if you're going to do something better, you got to start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Welcome back here as we prepare for the senior ceremony today, as the Central Red Devils will be honored with their senior night. And very happy to be able to bring that to you if you aren't unable to attend. Looks like first senior possibly is Brooke Simpson. Oh, they're faking me out, Mark.
We'll try to get you sound for that one best we can here.
We'll take you on over there as the senior day begins. Senior Taylor Caruso. Congratulations.
So it's difficult to hear Athletic Director Jared Foster from even without the microphones from the fans over here, but we will let you know who's on their way over to give the flowers. And
Thanks, guys, for letting me be number one.
Well, you got it over quick.
Next is senior Hannah Crocker. Congratulations, Hannah. Next senior is Erica Noonan. Congratulations, Erica. The next senior is Brooke Simpson. Congratulations, Brooke. The next senior is Kaylin Parks. Congratulations, Kaylin. Finally, we have Brooke Lunt. Congratulations, Brooke. We're going to take one more 30-second break right before we're ready for the action. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangalore office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best. Thank you and welcome back as we prepare for the action here for the Central Red Devils versus the Dexter Tigers. I want to thank all of our sponsors that have helped make this possible, and including Bangor Sports Collectibles, the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, Major League Baseball, NASCAR, and more. You'll find them all at Bangor Sports Collectibles, located inside the Central Main Antique Mall at 1372 Union Street, across from the athletic fields. Hobby boxes, packs, autographs, trading cards, supplies. If you're a collector or know someone who is, this is the store you'll want to check out. Collectors, have fun connecting with other local enthusiasts on our Facebook group page. Investors, sports collectibles have never been a hotter commodity than they are right now. Get in on the action. Christmas is coming. It's the perfect gift idea for the sports fan on your list this upcoming holiday season. Bangor Sports Collectibles. Stop in or visit our Facebook page. We look forward to serving your collectible needs.
Looks like we're ready for action here.
Right on that note, we're going to get going. Ball was sent down to begin the action today, trying to find Riley Speed right off the get-go, which I expect to see that quite often today. Battling for it on the far side, trying to make out who that is over there. Good action so far. Dexter already finding some action in the box. I believe that's Jillian Poliquin that was fighting for it on that Dexter side. Good aggression showdown of them already.
Another thing about these two seniors that we mentioned, which is different than Friday, is how well they know him. Like, Dexter's going to know Riley Speed, right off the bat. She's the one that needs to stop and save right away for Gibson.
Yep. As she did very well the other day, Gibson an early save. Gibson, the quality boot that we saw a lot last game. She sends it down to Riley Speed. Definitely a person to watch for the Central Red Devils. Battling for it on our near sideline, right in front of all the crowd.
That was Noonan that threw it in.
Looks like possession comes back for the Tigers now. Throw-in looks like it's coming from senior Jade Wintle. A lot of action on our near sideline, but the ball enters the middle of the field again.
That was Kaylin Parks that knocked it towards the offensive side for the Red Devils.
Yep. A little stop in the action. That might have been a handball there on Cheyenne Beam. I couldn't quite make out exactly what the whistle was for, but all the same, set kick. Ball sent in beautifully. Nice save there by Jasmine Lewis, but nice early action here we're seeing from the Red Devils. Maybe a little fired up and ready to go on senior day. So that was sent in by Cassidy Hansen. All the same, ball travels all the way out of bounds, and it's going to be possession back to the Red Devils for a moment at least. As now it looks like Grant came away with it for the Tigers.
Peyton Grant's definitely going to be one to watch for Rick Speed and the Red Devils, and as I said, they know that well.
As that they do, as we're going to have a deep throw-in right now. There's a new rule with the box this year. You can't have quite as many as you did before. There's a quality throw-in there by Elizabeth Kenny, rather, not McKinney. I'm a little impressed with what we've seen from the Tigers so far, having a couple opportunities down near the Red Devils' goal.
Yeah, you wouldn't notice the first game.
No, they're looking sharp so far in the beginning, although early, only a few minutes into this one. Quality throw in there. Still being controlled by the Tigers right now. Batted around. That's going to go back to the Tigers as well for another throw in deep in the central side of things.
One thing to note: both teams. I mean, Central had their chance already early, and Dexter's had the ball in the offensive side. Definitely more offensive pressure than we saw on Friday early on.
Yeah, early on Friday, it was a lot of change in position. So far, it looks like both sides coming out all right, and we might have our first corner kick of the day. It looks like we do.
And this is one of the new rules you talked about, Zach, where 5 in the box for both teams plus the goalie. You can count him right there as you stand right outside the box, though. Chat looks like what Polican was doing. That you're standing right outside the box, so you can do that, and kind of strategizing things there.
Yep, and that's good to get an early look at as Dexter tries to adjust to playing against actual competition again for the first time in quite a while in general, and they're looking sharp so far. Grant now has possession of it. She sends it across, batted in front and up and in. Nice action right there, set up by Grant. It looked like Olivia Peaks, the senior. She gets us started here right and early. 1-0 Tigers early on. Just 4 minutes and 1 second into the action here, a lot earlier than we saw the goal last time.
Yeah, that was in the second half with about 24 minutes left, and just 4 minutes in, as you said, Olivia Peaks gets the goal, Peyton Grant gets the assist, and just like that, it's 1-0.
How about that for a start? Not much rust shown thus far. As the Red Devils trying to get something going here to answer, Tigers looking to pour on a little more.
There's a lot of pressure early on for these Dexter Tigers.
Traveling down the sideline, a second throw in coming. This time, Beam's going to be bringing it in.
Early on, got 3 shots to 1 in Dexter's favor. Most important stat is the 1-0 on the scoreboard.
Another throw in coming here. That might have been a moment where there was a little lack in communication as Grant and Goodrow maybe not on the same page, but they still get the ball back. Throw in deep in the box here. Comes into Grant. Battle for it. Hansen's going to boot it out of bounds. We've seen a lot of throw-ins deep in the central side of things as Beam's controlling the action from the sideline right now.
Yeah, right now the Red Devils are just trying to get it out of there. Clear it.
That one is, I don't know if you could hear it, but Cheyenne Beam knew when that one came off the foot, it was going behind the net and not in the right way.
A little bit too far then.
She was audibly saying, my bad, as we have our first substitutions of the night, which come on the Central side of things is, I believe Central did a good job of starting their seniors. Good for them. They got some early action in. Always good to see. Wakefield came up, tried making something happen there for the Tigers. Now it's Beam sending the ball back down. Grant and Noonan, they're going to be having a conversation about it.
I think it's going to be a goal, Kip.
Yep, that one traveled off Grant. Grant not wasting any time getting involved in this one. Had the shot that set up the goal for Peaks earlier.
I mean, early on, Dexter's looked like they played for 3 weeks.
They look solid right now, as they've been all on the attack so far this one. The Red Devils not really able to mount much of an offensive thus far, at least. Grant now battling for the possession of it. They're gonna give that one to Red, and the Red Devils are gonna have a throw in here. There's some confusion because the official actually signaled for the Red Devils to take the throw in. That was actually pretty decent sportsmanship. The Red Devils wanted the throw in.
I think both teams knew.
Well,
it was,
Red Devils were granted the throw-in, but they knew it was off of them, so they let Dexter take it.
Switching, both teams knew the way it was supposed to go.
Ball battled around early in, and we have another goal here. Olivia Peaks making a early bid at a hat trick as we have another goal coming within the first 10 minutes of the game. Last goal came at minute 35:59. This one comes at 32:58.
So about 3 minutes and 1 second later, Peaks makes it 2-0. I don't think there was an assist on that one. We'll find out later on, but goal for Olivia Peaks, and she's got 2, and we've only played 7 minutes.
Yeah, the Tigers not looking like they have any rust right now, and they're all on the aggression. Now, if you're the Red Devils, as we have a substitution here, Noonan coming out, Allen coming in for her. If you're the Red Devils, you just got to kind of pump the brakes and see if you can mount a little bit of offense and try to quiet these early pressures put on by the Tigers, as they already have 2 goals. We have an opportunity here. Ooh, there was a nice look at it there for Robshaw's early action near the goal. I mean, Robshaw Rushlow, rather. She had a bit at it, but good job by the Dexter defense of getting it out of there. Ball being battled for now. Sent back in towards the Dexter goal, but Beam been very impressed with her boot tonight and quality throw-in so far, as she's been able to send that one back down, and that's a valuable thing to have on the defensive side when you can flip possession just like that.
Great addition to this Tigers team this year.
Absolutely, and now Wakefield sending it down. So some early pressure being put on now for the Red Devils as they've sent the ball down the other way a couple of times.
The Red Devils going to get a throw in their offensive side now.
Yeah, they're looking to flip the script here. It was 2 early goals for the Tigers we've seen thus far. Red Devils looking to see if they can add one of their own. Battled for, sent down near the far side, the far corner now. It's a little far from our point of view, but it looks like it's going to be a throw-in for the Tigers. Battle around, sent down again. That was Paul Quinn on the far side. Now Hansen in the middle of things for the Red Devils as they look to get something going. But yet again, these Dexter defenders just seem to be in the right spots at the right time so far early. But we have a shot on goal now. That one finds the arms of Lewis, as I believe Speed was trying to connect for her first goal of the season on that one.
She probably would have preferred to dribble in a little bit more, but while she had an opening, she wanted to try to get it towards the goal there.
She's got a quality boot. Tried to show it off right there, but ball found the arms of Lewis.
Wind's picking up here. Chance of rain this afternoon.
That there is in our near sideline. That was Allen that knocked the ball out of bounds, and we're going to have a beam throw in for the Tigers. Ball sent in. That's Callie Gudrow, the freshman. And now there's an opportunity for Speed here for just a moment. As the ball travels all the way across. The counterattacks have almost been there for this Red Devil team. They just haven't been able to quite get to the right spot at the right time. But they're starting to threaten.
Yeah, it was a good ball by Speed in the middle there. There just wasn't anyone there.
That one's going to travel out behind. And if you notice, if you joined us for the last game, there was once corn behind that goal. That corn has now been harvested by the looks of it. Welcome to fall in Maine.
Good job picking that up, guys.
Yeah. To be honest, I just noticed it, but it will make getting the ball back a little bit easier if the ball happens to go beyond the goal.
Well, things can change in 3 days, huh?
Yeah, that they can. Battle for the ball on the far side. Ball traveled out of bounds. Looks like that's going to be a goal kick for the Tigers. So a couple of early goals for the Tigers, but momentum starting to go certain ways. The Red Devils have been attacking ever since the last goal we saw.
Yeah, Dexter just took advantage of their opportunities, and Central hasn't been able to get one past Lewis quite yet.
A lot more action towards the goal than we were privy to the other day. Gives these Tigers defenders some credit. Scrappy and staying after the balls. We see coming out towards Poliquin on the far side. Battle for it. Taken away. Quality defense being showcased on that one on the far side.
Yeah, but good job by the Dexter defense, as you mentioned. Wakefield, Beam, Wintle, Ben Keys back there, and Hughes also for the Tigers.
Yeah, but this Tigers team staying resilient, staying after the ball, trying to put some pressure back on, trying to pour in a little more. And Olivia Peaks, number 3, might be looking for her 3rd goal, as she has 2 early ones for us if you're just joining in. Senior day here at Central High School, probably not starting the way they want it to right now, but the advantage of giving up 2 early goals is they are early goals. And you have the opportunity to try to come back little by little, piece by piece, goal by goal. And right now they're facing a 2-0 deficit, but we're ways away from that being a huge concern.
Yeah, they got 67 minutes left, and it's not like they haven't got any pressure themselves on the Dexter's keeper.
Absolutely. As that one was sent across right there, Gibson's going to hustle on after it. She eventually did stop it.
Close. It was dangerous
Almost.
because if she was stepped out of bounds, it would have been a corner kick there.
Nice boot by Gibson.
She's got a nice foot. Showed that the other day against Foxcroft also.
That she does. Couple of substitutions being made here as Poliquin comes out on the far side, is trying to make out those jersey numbers. We'll let you know who just happened to come on in. Speed on our near side. Looked like she went down. Maybe feet colliding there, but all clean. Everyone going for the ball.
See highlights of this later on your nightly news. Eric Gullickson of Channel 5 and John Wagner of Channel 7 are both here.
Really good for these seniors to be able to get the full treatment tonight. I mean, we're bringing you the game here if you can't join us, but as mentioned earlier, these seniors, senior day, they were all able to bring 4 fans apiece, and now they got the news coming, so it's really good for these seniors, and I'm sure these seniors are going to want to trim that lead down, as the Tigers have been looking sharp in the early going. Ball battled for. There was Peaks, who's had the golden foot thus far. She has 2 goals. Nice job by Rushlow. Found speed, if just for a moment. Grant, quality ball control there. Being able to keep the ball away from Hansen.
She makes so much happen on both sides of the field.
She does a very good job of staying within herself, staying composed, and making a solid play with a lot of pressure happening around her. Now you can see her battling on the far side. She set up her teammates for a goal earlier this way, and we're going to have a corner kick as the ball traveled out of bounds off the leg of Caitlin Parks, the senior. Corner kick being made on the far side by Tori Hughes, the junior. Tigers weren't able to capitalize on their earlier attempt as the ball traveled out of bounds, but attempt number 2. Let's see what they got.
In the middle, nice ball.
Beautiful cross. Having to cross all the way across the field, though, and that one's going to travel out of bounds, but that was a really good-looking cross off the boot of Tori Hughes on that one. Eventually went out of bounds off the sophomore, Sydney Dyson. More substitutions being made, which is a recipe we saw a lot of out of these Red Devils the other night. Battle for the ball. Nice boot there by Allen. Sends it all the way down. Chance to run under it. Riley Speed now has it. She's going to always get a couple defenders looking at her.
Allen's right in the middle of everything as a freshman out there.
Yep. That she is. There's a little bit of pressure here for the Red Devils. They're looking good. Ball now travels out of bounds, but Good pressure put on by Riley Speed. You'll hear her name a lot. She's always in on the action. And quality job right there. We have a goal kick. The far side for us. Ball sent out, controlled by Allen, if just for a moment. Ball found its way out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Tigers for another throw-in for them.
It is nice to see those fans on the screen there in front of you.
Great for these seniors. It's also nice to see the sun peek through, if just for a moment at least. Another quality throw-in here. Very impressed with either side and their ability to throw the ball in and flip possession quickly. Grant now has it in the middle. She's got a slew of defenders around her, but she's making plays. Tried to send that one through, but good job by the defense of the Red Devils. And as I say it, Grant found the ball again. Good job. I believe that came off the foot of Kaylin Parks before Gibson had to make a save on it.
A reminder, we'll have a midway through this half, which is about 2.5 minutes away, we'll have a break.
Nice throw in by Kinney there. As it found Grant. Oh, and it finds the arms of Gibson. Good save for her.
Very active keeper for the Red Devils.
And she has a boot to boast as that one was sent down. Good header by Wakefield to get that one out of there. Riley Speed was in the area. That's always dangerous if you're on the other side of things. And just like that, possession flipped and finds all the way back down to Gibson. I believe that came off the foot of a Tiger defender. As Mark mentioned, we're only 1 minute and 50 seconds away from the halftime, well, not halftime break, but the half break, I say, so to speak. 20 minutes into each half, there is a break taken. Nice try to clear there by Grant. And that was a moment where there was just a slight miscommunication in what looked like a promising possession for the Red Devils. Well, ended, but they quickly get it back. They've looked sharp ever since that second goal was allowed.
Yeah, they've controlled the ball on their offensive side since that time.
A lot more composed. Speed now has it, if just for a moment. Incredibly active player. Couple more substitutions being made here.
Apologize. Tough to see over there in the corner for you.
Yeah, those far side substitutions are never quite the easiest to see. The white on red jersey numbers for the Tigers aren't exactly the easiest to see either. But all the same, once we figure out who those players are, we'll let you know. A lot of substitutions still being made. It's a good idea to keep these players fresh as it is still early in the season. First game for the Tigers, second for the Red Devils as they faced off against Foxcroft Academy and some Friday action we brought for you. Good battle over there on the far side. Couldn't quite make out who that was for the Tigers, but quality job keeping possession for them. That was Sydney Fogler. Great job by her battling and it ultimately kept possession alive. And look now, we got another corner kick. The third corner kick of the evening. I think it's a corner kick. They might actually whistle that a throw-in. It was right down in the corner.
So I guess they're not going to take that break right now.
No, they're not. That was a deep throw-in. It wasn't a corner kick. Ball battle around. We assume that they're going to take that break. We saw that Friday against Foxcroft Academy. There were 2 breaks taken. It's Grant battling for it. A lot of bodies right there. It was Brittany Grant battling for it for the Red Devils. Still not taking that break. Maybe we might see that being forgotten about at this moment, but
maybe it's something they agree on before the game.
Yep, that could very well be true. That very well might be the case as now we reach The 19th minute and still no stoppage, so that may not be happening, which things change all the time in the area, so.
2020.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't you know it?
Hughes taking that again, right?
Yep, off the boot of Hughes.
Nice job by Grant.
Still battled for. Beeman on the action now and finally cleared away. An opportunity here for the Red Devils off a quick counterattack. Stevens with it. She sends it across. Golden opportunity. Oh, I believe that's going to be whistled offsides. That actually did end up going in.
Boy, and they got up there quick because Dexter had a chance down here, and just like that, Centro was on the other end with an opportunity, but the offsides takes that chance away.
That's how you flip possession right there. So now we await the place kick. So they are going to take that break, it looks like, as we reach the 18-minute mark and they take it. So we're going to send it over to a commercial break and rejoin you after this one.
I truly believe that if you're going to do something better, you got to start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Welcome back as we have the first break in action tonight. As Mark and I were speculating, if you were with us right before this break was taken, that we saw it on Friday. We see it again today. We'll say around, because it wasn't exactly 20 minutes into the half, but around the 20-minute mark of the half, there is a break taken to safely sanitize and another safety measure just put in place. So
yeah, I'm going to assume that was a little bit longer because Dexter was actually had an offensive threat going. I don't think they want to take that away, and they plenty of opportunity to get that, and they get it now. Very
good point, Mark. They didn't want to mess up the potential flow, and that might be an intricate rule that we don't really know. All the same, the break was taken. Doesn't really matter if it was 22 minutes in, I guess. So all the same, we are back and ready for action for you.
Wash your hands anytime, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. You're not supposed to be using your hands in this sport anyways, unless you're the goalkeeper. So, believe where we left off, there was supposed to be a Dexter place kick, because that's about to happen right now.
I don't think that's where she wanted to go, is that?
Mark, you may be right on that one. I would believe that is correct. All the same, Tigers playing a lot of defense since their second goal, as it was the senior Olivia Peaks able to capitalize and score two very early on in this one. First one coming at the 59-minute mark. Second one coming at 32:58. So rapid succession on those goals. Battle for it on our near side. That's Poliquin. Great work right there. Awesome move.
Definitely playing a bigger role here as a sophomore.
Yep, and we saw her on the other side of the field. Now she's playing on our near side. Action for the ball right there. Not much contact. Whistle not blown, just playing through. But for a sophomore, Poliquin's flying around a lot, and that was a very impressive move we saw right there. One thing I want to note is it's impressive the Tigers are doing this well offensively. They haven't had a game yet, and they've only had about 5 days, 6 days worth of practices, as each school had to wait until the final permissions were given. It's been a long road to get back here, but we are there. We're here today is for senior day for these Red Devils.
They did have a lot of strength and conditioning during the summer, and they definitely show that they're in shape. I do want to mention our upcoming schedule, Zach. Friday, we'll be right back here. We got a boys game, PCHS boys and Central boys. And next Monday should be a good one. PVHS girls and Skank Stearns girls will travel to Howland for that one. So that's our upcoming schedule.
That it is, and you can check all that out at Eastern Maine Sports Media, easternmainesports.com as well. And follow us on social medias if you want to subscribe to see more of these games brought to you that we bring across that upcoming schedule. Eastern Maine Sports Media page on YouTube as we see some action right here. That was Bolliquin putting on the final pressure as Gibson. Good job corralling that one. But yeah, follow the social media pages and you stay up to date with the latest action. Oh, ball played through. Looked like that went off the leg of a Tiger defender for a moment, but good job by Lewis being able to corral that and get it back. I've been very impressed with the work of Hansen in the middle for the Red Devils. She's been able to make a lot of things happen. Obviously, they haven't been able to capitalize on a goal. Speaking of goals, Tigers an opportunity here. Far side, chance to send that across. The cross comes. Just a little too hard all the way across the field. Tigers still battling for it. Sydney Dyson on our near side. Good battle for it. No, it's Speed with it. She puts a nice move on, trying to get around Beam, the new soccer player, so to speak. But first year playing soccer, she had 3 years of field hockey under her belt, and she's been able to already make an impact. Quality throw-ins, good defensive work. Interesting to see Beam out here on the soccer field.
Yeah, you can tell she's a competitor and an athlete no matter what sport she plays.
Absolutely. That one was whistled out of bounds before it hit the hand of Grant. Beam going to be throwing it in. She's got Peaks, Grant, and Poliquin. Comes off the side of the head of Poliquin into the middle for a moment, but Hansen, good job clearing that back out, looking for Speed to get that thing out of the way. Ooh, nice touch right there by Hansen. She's looking good so far. Quality work by her as that one was to Campbell for just a moment. Some more substitutions here. Almost feels like every time there's substitutions for Central, it's 3 in, 3 out, keeping legs fresh.
And that's the thing too. Is just under 14 minutes left in the first half. It's 2-0, but it's not like they've got outshot. I mean, they have got outshot, but not like they got overwhelmed where they haven't had any chances themselves. So they can keep it right here within two goals or so. They definitely get an opportunity in the second half.
Yep, and those goals coming early, it gives a lot of opportunities throughout the game. Obviously, you don't want to wait too long to try to get your own goals going, but plenty of opportunities.
Because getting over that. Haven't scored a goal yet this season, too. They get over that and get one on the board, and then they can get going.
Absolutely. One thing that's going to be interesting is the in-game conditioning shape. We know the Tigers team that they're not going to be out of shape per se, but there's a big difference between practice conditioning and being in an actual game. And as this one develops and goes on, it's going to be interesting to see in their first action how they can hold on and last later into the game. Not something to really worry about right now, but at least worth noting as this one goes on, because we've seen a lot of substitutions for the Red Devils, and we've seen some for the Tigers as well, but the Red Devils having a game under their belt, a little bit more in game shape or a little bit more in that mindset. We've seen a lot of back and forth action since that second goal. Both sides having decent opportunities at it ever since then. Very impressed with these defenses and their ability to flip the field quickly. I mean, we're seeing it out of the senior right here, Kaylin Parks. She's been flipping the field multiple times, and Wakefield and Beam doing work for the Tigers, flipping possessions, flipping the field position as well.
You talked about it before the game, the speed of both teams, and that's really shown a lot here in this first half.
Ooh. As it has, and there's a ball sent across, and a little too strong, and that one would have been in the corner last week, but an opportunity right there. Just missed by the Red Devils. Tigers now set for that goal kick. Send the ball back out. Simpson, good defense on Peaks right there, who scored both our goals this evening. Hanson, good work with the ball in the middle of the field right there for the Red Devils. She's been in that position all night and doing a good job of it. Yet again, ball sent back in.
Job by the Tigers defense, because Central's really put on a lot of pressure here, and after that break at about 18-minute mark, it's been all on Central's offensive side.
That it has. I believe that's Callie Gudrow, the freshman on the far side, trying to get things going again for these Tigers. Kinney for the Tigers knocked that one off Brittany Grant. As Grant now has it. I don't know if that traveled off a defender. Doesn't look like it.
They have Dexter with 7 shots, so they're definitely putting a lot of pressure. Peaks has delivered on 2 goals, and Grant had an assist on one of them. Rain's held off today, so that's a good thing so far, knock on wood. But
absolutely. It is starting to darken up a little bit, but checking that forecast before this one, hopefully that stays away and we can bring you the clean action today. More importantly for the players, they don't have to deal with that pesky rain. The field, we went and checked before the game, didn't appear to be in too bad of a condition. I think that everyone's moving around great on the field right now, and so far so good on that front. Now under 10 minutes of play in this first half of action. After what felt like a long streak of Red Devil attacks, we're seeing now the Tigers start to get something going again. They had those 2 early goals off the foot of Peaks. That's going to be, I believe, the 4th corner of the game. As it's been Hughes taking these for the Tigers, and she's done a good job on them. Couple decent opportunities, just not quite capitalizing, but good looks at it.
Grant Pollock went right in front of the goal, but that goes out of bounds.
That might have gone out of bounds, but that's so narrowly there, and a good effort by her. We've seen those corners be effective. Hasn't scored a goal officially, but putting a lot of pressure on. Haven't seen a corner for the Red Devils thus far, as that was the Tigers' 4th. Good action in the middle of the field. As we're going to see a counterattack here, and we're going to see the speed at work for these Red Devils, as that was Bryn Clark moving. Quality boot right there. That one traveled quite a distance. Is it?
It's 3/4 of the field.
Absolutely good boot there. Peaks and Hanson battling for it. Hanson comes away with it. Had Grant in on the action as well for the Tigers. Ball's going to be booted out of bounds. We're going to go back to the Red Devils, see if they can get something before this half comes to a close. They got plenty of time. Our near side looks like the throw-in action.
Curtis took that throw-in, Alexis Curtis.
Speed, nice boot back to the middle of the field. A couple Red Devils right around the area. Action happening in the box.
They didn't convert, but that was a great ball by Riley Speed. And, right there, if somebody was there, that would have been a rather easy goal if they had somebody set up there.
Red Devils have had some nice opportunities here tonight. Still trying to hunt down that first goal of the season, but more importantly, for first goal tonight, try to cut that lead.
Yeah, they like to change the momentum a little bit heading into the half.
That one's going to be booted out of bounds. And yet again, here we go, Central down the sideline. Some action on the far side. See if this results in a corner kick, potentially. They're going to give it to a goal kick, actually.
It went out on, I think it was Speed over there.
Another substitution being made. 6:15 left to play in this first half. Senior night here at Central. Nice to see some fans. Each senior was able to bring up to 4 fans. Good for these seniors to be able to get the recognition online, in person, and have a senior night.
I'm going to put the attendance about 24 as that.
That's 6 seniors. Each one gets 4. I believe that's some quick math right there, Marcon. Well done.
Thank you.
Far sideline action. Notice ever since Peaks got those goals, she has not had a lot of breathing room tonight ever since then.
Yeah, because I'm sure coming in, Grant's the big focus to slow down, but then somebody else gets the 2 goals, and they have to kind of adjust and focus on a couple people.
One of those goals came off a ricochet in the box that followed a Grant shot. The other one, Peaks made a great play and playing very well tonight. Speaking of playing well, Speed racing down the sideline, going to be looking to get something towards the goal, send across her. Keeps it on her foot and battled around. Almost found its way out of bounds, but not quite. Well done, keeping that in the field of play there. Good boot sent in. Haven't been able to score, but they've been very aggressive, and they've really controlled the latter half of this half.
A lot of times, stats just don't tell the story. I mean, Riley Speed's making a lot happen these first 2 games. She hasn't been able to get one on the board, but that doesn't take away from what she has done.
Well, let's give some credit where credit is due. This Tigers defense doing a good job of thwarting a lot of these attacks away. Beam, Wakefield, and Lewis, especially in goal, doing a good job as there's an opportunity here potentially.
She was actually out of the goal that time, so they had a kind of an open goal, but they didn't take advantage there. But throw in far side for the Red Devils now.
That one sent into rush low. Good battle there for the ball, possession of it. I believe that was Callie Gudrow, the freshman over there, battling for the ball. That throw in happened to just travel its way out of bounds, and Red Devils now going to be at it.
Unofficially have 7 shots for Dexter and 3 for Central. So 2 of those 7 have ended up in the back of the net for the Tigers.
Hanson and Grant now battling for it.
Call goes against Dexter there.
That's going to be a place kick now. Three minutes left to play in this one. Well, not left to play, but in the half, I should say. We're not done yet. Got plenty of game left. Good battle for that speed. This is a dangerous spot. Shot on in, and that finds the back of the net. First goal of the game, first goal of the season. That comes off the foot of Speed. So finally that pressure just became too much for the Tigers as that one finds the back of the net. And guess who? Riley Speed. Good job by her getting that one in and cuts the lead in half. So there you have it. This is a good late push by these Red Devils. As after 2 early goals for the Tigers, it's been pretty much all Red Devils since then.
Yeah, we mentioned what Riley Speed can do out there, and she just showed it. A lot of, she went by a couple defenders and put it in the back of the net.
As now with only 2.5 minutes left in the half, see if they can get greedy and get another one before it's even done. It's Callie Gudrow, a freshman, doing a good job tonight.
I mean, Central was never out of this game, but it feels like a whole different game now that they got that goal. It feels like,
It absolutely does. As battle for it here, Grant's going to send it across. Sails out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Red Devils. It absolutely does. The momentum is in favor of the Red Devils, although the scoreboard's still in favor of the Tigers, which at the end of the day, the Tigers would take a lead going into the half regardless, but got to be feeling all right now if you're the Red Devils. You're still down, but it's a good answer and a good late push in this half. Big for them is to try to not let up anything and keep that momentum going.
Took them just over 97 minutes of play to get that first goal, and now they got some momentum. They want to make sure the Tigers don't take it back before the half, though.
Absolutely. It's going to be Poliquin off the foot of a couple of the Red Devil defenders, and she comes away with it. Battle for it. Good defense being played. Ball comes over near us. That was a good battle for the ball by Caruso and Poliquin there. And Red Devils rewarded for the hard work, and they get the ball back. Rushlow racing down the sideline. She might have an opportunity here. Quick attack by them, but good job stepping up by the Tiger defenders. Peaks had it for a moment. Only 45 seconds remaining in the first half of this one. Is what's been a 3-goal half. A lot of good action. Nice move there. Opportunity here for the Red Devils again, potentially. Rushlow now on it. And that one finds the back of the net. What a late half push we've seen by these Red Devils on senior night. Not willing to give up or quit. 3-goal half. A lot of good action. Nice move there. Opportunity here for the Red Devils again, potentially. Rushlow now on it. And that one finds the back of the net. What a nice replay action there, courtesy of Mark Callan on the production. And that's how we got to where we are right now. 27 seconds left and whole new ball game, all tied up.
Yeah, so in the last 2:48, they scored 2. Speed and Rushlow with the goals, and all of a sudden we got a ball game heading into the second half.
Yeah, but a half I'm sure the Tigers are going to be very happy to get to, because who knows, if this had 2 more minutes, we might have seen another goal for the Red Devils, as they have all the momentum right now. All the same, only 3 seconds left. That's going to cap it for this half. This half's going to conclude the same way we started, all tied up. 2 goals apiece for each team. We've seen some quality action. We're going to talk about that more at the halftime break, but for now, we're going to send it on over to a commercial break and rejoin you after that.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
I truly believe that if you're going to do something better, you got to start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best. Welcome back here at Central High School, and what's been a very impressive game thus far. A tale of two halves, two and a half really. Ever since that 18-minute break, it was all the Red Devils. As before that, it had been all the Tigers. But real quickly, before we bring you the halftime report, we just want to thank a couple more of our sponsors who have helped make all this possible. We really appreciate what they've been able to help do and bring to you guys across the area. So, Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons, from roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular home and communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today. Gateway Title of Maine. Our job is to protect you from the hassles and potential losses associated with real estate title issues and claims. Another one is we'd like to give a shout out to Rouse Garage. Stop into Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. At Rouse Garage, we treat you like you are the only customer.
Thank you to all of them. And if you want to be a sponsor for our broadcast, please contact me, Mark, at easternmainsports@gmail.com, and get you the information and see if you want to join.
So, Mark, we saw 2 goals apiece that half. What do you think from the action that we just saw?
Well, I think Central's very happy. Right now. I mean, it's 2-2 game, but there's one side that is very happy because they kind of took the momentum at the end of the half, and the early part of the second half is huge for Dexter because it's huge. Obviously it's 2-2 game, anything can still happen in this game, but the way Central scored 2 goals in 2 minutes and 48 seconds, Dexter needs to shift that momentum quickly.
Absolutely, they do, and I couldn't agree more. I felt like the early momentum obviously was with the Tigers, as Olivia Peaks, who's still playing very well, had those 2 early goals, but it's been the later goals that have really switched this momentum, and that's what we're talking about right now, and that's really the big focus. It's senior night. You've got all the momentum. You scored 2 late goals. You got to feel really good to start this half, and you also get to take a break. You get to rest up a little bit, but at the same time, so do the Tigers. And maybe the way the Tigers started that first half is the same way they'd love to start this second half, and try to get some momentum back in their way, as see if they can shift the tides a little bit and stop those 2 unanswered goals. And Olivia Peak, she's still hunting for that hat trick. Number 3, looking for her 3rd. We've seen Grant get involved, but the Tigers defense has still done a great job. Yep. It was 2 late goals, and there was great positioning by the Red Devils to make that happen. But before that, it had been about 15 minutes of constant attack from these Red Devils, and Tigers had done a great job up until that point. And we saw, especially on that replay, we were able to show you some nice moves inside by the Red Devils. Rushlow able to capitalize at the end there. It all started with a Grace Campbell move to set up Rushlow. But a great job, and also speed, finally getting involved. And we've called her name a lot, deservingly so. And the first 2 goals of the season could not have come at a better point for these Red Devils. Yeah,
and you mentioned kind of 15 minutes of Central controlling things. That would coincide with the break, the 18-minute mark, that break, and they came out after that all refreshed, it seemed like, and kind of took control after that. So we've got to see what Dexter can do to respond, and see how they come out here early in the second half.
Absolutely, and talking about how they're going to respond, what are some keys to Dexter making that response and coming out the way they want to? What are some keys for them this second half?
Well, obviously the focus, slowing down Riley Speed. I mean, she makes a lot of things happen. She scored that first goal, but obviously they showed that they have other people that can do it too, and Grace Campbell and Rushlow, made things happen to get that goal. But I would, obviously focus on Riley Speed and slowing her down and kind of just trying to keep things on their offensive side of the field.
And if you're Coach Rick Speed at the half, obviously you had a great end to it. What are you saying to your team to try to keep that momentum?
That's exactly that. Just keep the pressure on, keep the momentum. I mean, they're resting now, so they should have fresher legs than they did, for most of that first half, coming out after halftime, and kind of use that energy to keep that momentum. And
their method of substitution has definitely been able to keep them somewhat fresh, and they've been able to rest some starters and have seen great production from some of these reserves. And a great job for them to end that half.
Yeah. I want to give you a quick score update for these same 2 schools. They're playing over in Dexter, and in the first half of that game, Central had a 1-0 lead.
Thank you for that update, Mark. And you can check out the upcoming schedule for Eastern Maine Sports Media on our social media pages. You can, as Mark's mentioned a couple times, you can reach out to him if you want to join in on the sponsorship team, as we would really like to thank them. And right before we probably take one more break, I'm going to read some more from these lovely sponsors that we have that have made this all possible for you guys. Herring Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market and a full-time USDA-inspected meat slaughterhouse and smokehouse and processing plant. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Walter Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Also, Charles Inn, if you need a place to stay in downtown Bangor, give Charles Inn a call at 207-992-2820. Visit them at 20 Broad Street or reserve a room at thecharlesinn.com. And last but definitely shortly not least, Bangor Sports Collectibles. The NFL, the NBA, and the NHL. Major League Baseball, NASCAR, and more. You'll find them all at Bangor Sports Collectibles, located inside the Central Maine Antique Mall at 1372 Union Street across from the athletic fields. Hobby boxes, packs, autographs, trading cards, supplies. If you're a collector or know someone who is, this is the store you'll want to check out. Collectors, have fun connecting with our local enthusiasts on our Facebook group page. Investors, sports collectibles have never been a hotter commodity than they are right now. Get in on the action. Christmas is coming. It's the perfect gift idea for the sports fan on your list this upcoming holiday season. Bangor Sports Collectibles. Stop in or visit our Facebook page. We look forward to serving your collecting needs. Really want to say thank you to all of the sponsors that have helped us bring the action to you. As like I mentioned before, check our upcoming schedule if you're interested in seeing what we've got on the upcoming slate for you guys, and reach out to Mark at his contact, which is
eastermainsports@gmail.com.
perfect. Good transition right there. As we're gonna come to the second half here. Looks like they're gonna come out with 1 minute left on the clock, so we're gonna keep it right here as opposed to taking a quick break. Tigers huddling up, and then we're gonna get this thing underway. They're gonna start off with the ball this half, going from left to right.
Zach, we talked about this Friday a little bit, but just love to see this intensity out here. I mean, we saw it Friday. A different type of game. It was more of a kind of a defensive slugfest, as we would say. But, definitely both games had the intensity, and, today's no different. Despite the different kind of game.
I definitely think an aspect of that, Mark, is the fact that we do have fans. It was very interesting to see Friday. The intensity was still there for sure as Grant sends it down and quickly taken away by the central defenders. But the intensity was there last Friday, but it was a different type of intensity. With the fans here, it's re-added that element. And with the fans representing their seniors, we know that they're really inspired as each senior was able to bring up to 4 members in order to join in on their senior night. We're going to have a Tiger throw-in as we return to the action now. Ball battle around. Opportunity here. Ball sent across. That's going to travel out of bounds. It's going to result in a Red Devil goal kick. Ball sent back out, and Tigers trying to mount some offensive attack now.
Thank you to Athletic Director Jared Hughes. Then we like having the fans in front of us, but we couldn't see a thing there for a minute. So. Jared Foster, sorry.
Yeah.
You knew what I meant.
Absolutely. We appreciate him, and we appreciate everyone at Central High School who helped make this safely possible, and excited to keep bringing broadcasts and throughout the year. We'll be here Friday.
Yep, boys game. PCHS out of Guilford will be here to play the Red Devils.
A lot of action going on, kind of back and forth, but it's staying on the offensive end for the Tigers as that one came off the back of the head of Wakefield. Speed and opportunity here. See what Speed can do. She's going to cross that one. Nicely defended there by Hughes. That's going to go in the favor of the Tigers, but just for a moment as Hansen was there on it. And Lewis, good work right there. Hansen put a strong strike on it, but
early in the game, Zach, Dexter had a big shot advantage. Now that shot advantage is only 8-6. So definitely things have changed.
almost dead even, and with 6 of those shots finding the back of the net for the Red Devils.
Another update from Dexter is definitely things have changed there. As Central's up 5-0 at the half over Dexter and the boys soccer game between these same two schools.
Hughes has to come out here. I'm not exactly sure. Something possibly about a mouthpiece. The only reason I mention that is because the official is motioning towards his mouth.
Clock has stopped too at 37:28.
Some slight confusion on what's going on right now. It's a very interesting substitution, as it was Hughes that came out, but she's still just standing on the sideline waiting to come back in.
I think she had to come out for one, so they didn't really want to take her out, but she's going to come right back in.
Well, we thought she was going to come back in. Now she's going towards the bench. So.
Well, she can't. That was now she's going back to the bench. But that was a central throw-in, so she can't come in on that. It has to be a Dexter throw-in or a goal kick.
Action here. Red Devils trying to get something else going. Ball ricocheted. It's going to be Rushlow, an opportunity. Batted away if just for a moment. Oh, then just a miss kick right there. There's a golden opportunity there. Just not quite able to capitalize, as that was a Grace Campbell who had an opportunity at it. But again, these Red Devils doing a great job putting pressure back on. A lot of speed and quickness showcased out here.
Yeah, as I said at halftime, things kind of totally changed at that 18-minute break in the first half.
Ball sent through. Found the leg of Poliquin, though. She's been very active tonight, the sophomore. Great speed showcased out here.
Campbell's going to take the throw for the Red Devils.
That one travels down the sideline, but eventually is going to be coming back our way in favor of the Red Devils on this throw-in. Ball batted around in the middle of the field. Nicely sent through. Wakefield heads it out just for a moment. It's Campbell now battling Beam. Beam, a little bit of a shove there.
We have a central kick here.
Yeah, and they're going to want to do this quickly to try to catch Dexter out of positioning. Hansen sends it in. That's going to travel out the back, and it's going to be a goal kick in favor of the Tigers. Just awaiting this initial goal kick here. This is going to be Lewis sending things out. As it was for a moment, actually Hughes is back in after all that confusion we had earlier. She's looking for Kinney. Came off the foot of Kinney. Central, who had those two late first half goals, now looking for an early second half goal. That one bounces all the way down the sideline, stayed in. Pretty good kick placement right there. Speaking of placement, that one's going to be placed out of bounds.
Throw in, I think. Just came on this side of the flag there.
Yep, should be.
Look at replay there.
That one bounces all the way down the sideline, stayed in. Pretty good kick placement.
Guess we didn't see that one, but just went a little wide.
Ball batted around, bounced back towards the Dexter goal for a moment, but Beam now controlling it, sending it out towards the sideline, far sideline. She's battling speed over there. Throw in rewarded to the Red Devils, it looks like. Some more substitutions being made.
Yeah, right now Dexter's kind of got to make something happen to kind of change the momentum, because it is, all Central. That can change quickly, but kept it on their offensive side here.
Absolutely. Nice boot out by Hughes. Able to reverse the positioning on that one, but something we've seen a lot. As soon as it feels like the momentum's going to go back one way, both sides really this half, it's been back and forth.
We mentioned at the start of this, two schools and two teams that know each other well.
That they do. And two schools without a lot of experience on the season, but you wouldn't be able to guess by looking at this one. Both teams having essentially the same amount of practice time. Obviously, the Red Devils having one game under their belts. This is the first of the season for the Tigers. On the near sideline, Kenny looks like that one's going to find the back of the end line, but nope, kept in play. A little hard to see from our point of view on that, but now it's going to result in a Tiger throw-in. Kenny got to be the one responsible for throwing this in. Finds its way near the box, and that's going to be batted out of bounds. And we're going to have a corner kick here. Hughes is going to be traveling down to send this one on in for the Tigers.
Got 5 corners for the Tigers today. Hughes is taking them all.
Hughes sends that one across. Battled around. Ooh, just found the arms of Gibson. So I believe that was Grant in front of the goal who had an opportunity at it, but good positioning there by Gibson. Able to make a stop, as that's been the best scoring opportunity we've seen from Dexter in a while at this point. Grant now on the far sideline, battling for it against Noonan. This one's going to result in a Tiger throw-in now. Quality throw-in there, and we're going to have to repeat the same process. As a quality job by the central defender to bat that one right back out of bounds. Last time it was Grant on the throw, and this time it's going to be Beam. Just about 10 minutes into this half, as 30 minutes, 30 seconds remain. Good throw in there. Grant has it, looking for to do something with it. Sends it across. Just out of range for Jillian Poliquin across the back side of the net.
Beautiful ball there by Peyton Grant. Just missed Poliquin's foot.
Kenny sent that one in. Ball finds back towards the middle. Shot just over the top of the goal. Almost hit off the crossbar, but travels back to where the corn once was.
We're going to take a look at that one. Beautiful ball there by Peyton Grant. Just missed Poliquin's foot.
Kenny sent that one in. Ball finds back towards the middle. Shot just over the top of the top. As the goal kick opportunity comes, battled around. You see who comes away with it. Tigers now seeing if they can mount some offensive, but Riley Speed says, no, I'm going to go the other way with it. This is a dangerous position for if you're the Dexter defenders, as Speed racing down the sideline. Good job by Wakefield to finally get in front of her. That's going to be a corner kick.
She lives up to her name. Huh?
She does. I said it was going to be a corner kick, but I lied. I thought the ball went out the back, but looks like Wakefield did have time to knock it out of bounds, so just a throw-in. Battle for it here. That one's going to be a goal kick, as that one did go out the back. That's how quickly this game can turn around and turn into a counterattack. Just like that, just like nothing.
Because we talked about how Central's been controlling things, but then Dexter put on the pressure on the other end and had a great chance themselves.
Ball was booted out to Olivia Peaks. She has 2 goals. Battle for it here. Off a couple defenders. Finds the arms of Lewis. It was Bryn Clark who had an opportunity, if just for a moment.
Nice kick there by Lewis, trying to set things up.
Battle in the middle of the field. Senior Brooke Simpson on senior day getting that one out. Quality boot there. We're seeing a lot of these strong kicks in action. That one back towards the goal. Opportunity here potentially, as there's a battle for the ball, but now comes away. Coming away with it is Central. Good job there. Quality defense and speed. Just like that, able to get to the ball and quality move to get by the sideline defender. Ball now in the middle of the field, finds Olivia Peaks. She's got both goals today for the Tigers. Trying to send that one down the sideline. And Grant now in control. Tigers looking to get a goal for the first time since virtually the 33-minute mark. Battle for it. Simpson finally gets it out of the way. Kinney, that one's going to be skied and finds the arms of Gibson. Able to go up and make a play on the ball.
And that's a lot of pressure on a play like that for Gibson. I mean, just one bobble, and that Dexter was right there to put that in.
Absolutely. Dexter doing a quality job, at least within the first 14 minutes of this half, keeping a lot of the pressure on the Red Devils defense, something we saw at the end of the first half the other way. Another battle for it. Speed goes down. She's back up, though. She's been working very hard in this one. Couple substitutions waiting to come in eventually for the Red Devils. Potentially for Speed, because she seems to be... She's been running a little hard out there. I'm not sure she's been subbed out much tonight in early season game.
If you can get her out about now, she got 5 or 6 minutes before that break and come back for the stretch run. I don't know if you really want her out 5 or 6 minutes.
As predicted, though, she comes out alongside Lunt, and probably not a bad idea. Give her a couple minutes of a break, and you know that you're going to eventually get that other break. You're going to hope that you can try to keep your defense playing well as they have throughout the latter half of this game, thus far at least. But if you're the Tigers, on a shot right here potentially, sent across. Poliquin now controlling it on the far side. They're looking to change that fortune. Poliquin, good battle. But is eventually going to go back to the Red Devils. Good job by Alexis Curtis down there. Good defensive work.
Called her name a lot in the last 2 games.
Ball booted out. Grant got a foot on it. Wakefield now coming away with it.
Wakefield's been solid on the defensive side of things for the Dexter, trying to get involved on the offensive side.
Yep. That was Hughes coming up, who's been responsible for a lot of the corner kicks we've seen thus far tonight. Ricocheted around, and Beam sending it down. Poliquin now trying to battle for it. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. Off a chair and kept close to play. Grant now. Poliquin alongside. Grant looking for something. Nice footwork there. Sends a shot on in. Didn't probably get quite all this power on that she wanted to. And Gibson able to scoop it up and make a play. Haven't seen a lot on the offensive side for the Red Devils thus far this half. But we're approaching the break, which is where they turned it on in the first half. Speed was not out of this game very long. Only about a 2 or 3 minute break for her.
Going to need her on the field for them to get their offensive opportunities.
We've seen how effective the counterattack has been tonight for these Red Devils. Noonan, good defensive work right there. She also had the throw in. A lot of cluster of jerseys on that far side. Grant tried to keep it in play for the Red Devils, but unable to do so. Possession back to the Tigers. And yet another throw-in for the Tigers now. Slowly but surely making the way down the sideline. Looking to send the ball across now. Finally does, off the arms of Gibson. Save from going in the net. Great job. I believe it was Allen there who was able to save that one off. It ricocheted off the arms of Gibson. What a job. Saving a goal, what would have given Dexter the lead. Now a counterattack opportunity. Lewis comes up and boots it. And what an absolute boot right there. Beam trying to get aggressive after the ball. Took a tumble alongside Speed.
Yeah, no matter what sport it is, Shaheen Beam is going to be aggressive out there.
Absolutely. As he's a first-year soccer player after playing 3 years of field hockey. That ball sent in. Good job by Lewis. Lewis has a boot, and as well as Gibson. Is that one, I don't know if it was intentional, but it found the head of Peaks. She didn't look like she was exactly expecting it, but all the same, Poliquin now trying to make a play. Unable to control it, though. Potential counterattack almost for these Red Devils. Coming up on 21 minutes left to play. We assume we're going to see a halftime break if neither side is in position to score. Well, not halftime break, but
halftime of the
half of the, yeah. Good work across the sideline. Couple substitutions ready to come in. Closely contested action this second half and overall on the game.
Certainly is. Nobody scored in the second half, but definitely a lot of action.
Both sides having momentum for portions of this game. The first 20 minutes of the first half, I should say, were dominated by the Tigers. The last 20 minutes, definitely the Red Devils. And now we're seeing a mix of the both.
Unofficially, it's 12 shots to 9 in Dexter's favor. Definitely a lot more shots than we saw on Friday.
Absolutely. Lewis going to have to run out and make a play on that, and she does.
It's very active and not afraid to come out of near the goal and to get that ball.
Yeah, she's made a couple plays that way. She might have to make another one right here. Wakefield came out and made that play.
Be careful in those spots, though, because if the Central got hold of that, they would have had an open goal.
And with their speed, that is almost all but likely. Now under 20 minutes, neither team in position to score. We're going to take a break, and we'll rejoin you after this 20-minute break.
I truly believe that if you're going to do something better, you got to start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
Busy, with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Welcome back. It's about both teams still during their break. And Mark, what do you got for unofficial shots between these two teams tonight?
Unofficially, Dexter has 12 shots on goal, and Central has 8, with Gibson recording 6 saves for the Red Devils, and Lewis having 4 saves for the Tigers. And again, been kind of shifting momentum. Dexter had it early in the game for the first 22 minutes or so. Central had it at the end of the second half, and this half has been mostly Central, but recently Dexter's kind of picked that up and got more chances. So we'll see after the break, because after the break, the first half is when Central kind of took over the end of the half.
Yep, and Dexter had some decent opportunities there at a couple moments, but we've seen Central and what they've been able to do during these counterattacks, and Riley Speed, always dangerous, always able to make things happen, as well as these Central defenders. Give a shout out to them. They've done a stand-up job, did a great job last game as well, and really continuing that same effort. Don't let those 2 early goals confuse you. This has been a really good defensive game for the Red Devils. Lewis comes out. She makes good plays, and she's got a great boot. We mentioned Gibson does as well, and these goalies, maybe 2 goals apiece given up thus far, but pretty good work done by them. There's been a lot of opportunities for either side.
A boys soccer update. Penquist leads Matt and Alcook out of Lincoln 4-0 at the half.
Wakefield knocked down in the middle of the field. Battling for it with Hanson. She's going to have a set kick here. Probably going to be taken away by Hughes. There's a lot of the place kick work for this team. Hughes, strong boot. Couple of white jerseys there looking to make something happen. Ball near the sideline now, battled around. Opportunity here for the Tigers. Ball sent across into the arms of Gibson. She's very good on those direct, able to catch them and control them and not bobble. Very well done by her.
The junior keeper for the Red Devils.
Hanson now in the middle of the field, looking to see if they can get something going for the Red Devils the same way they did in the latter half of the first half. Going to try to make something happen. And as I say it, the speed of Poliquin, able to get right around her. The sophomore, great play right there. Kind of battling all by herself for just a moment. And regains possession for the Tigers. They're going to have a throw-in. We've seen Poliquin on both sides of the field. She's not afraid to run around. Grant, opportunity here. Battled around. Not enough white jerseys in the box as there was 2 Central defenders there to be able to make a play. A nice move right there by Campbell. Beam coming across now, able to thwart it away. That's Callie Gudrow, the freshman now. Ball in the middle of the field. Grant an opportunity at it. Strong kick up and in. Nice shot right there by off the foot of Grant. We're going to have a replay of that one. Beam coming across now, able to thwart it away. That's Callie Gudrow, the freshman now. Ball in the middle of the field. Grant an opportunity at it. Strong kick up and in. Nice shot right there by off the foot. And the Tigers have their first goal in since quite a while as they scored 2 early, and now Grant adds another.
Yeah, a great movement all around there for the Tigers, and Grant was open in the middle, and she converted. 17 minutes exactly left in the second half. Big goal there.
But what we've seen out of this one, both sides definitely still able to add a lot of goals, and I wouldn't be surprised if there is another one either way before this one's over.
I believe Poliquin got that assist. It went from Beam to, I believe, Poliquin to Grant.
And that all really started with her as she did a good job regaining the initial possession back for the Tigers, which kind of set them up for that whole thing. So great work by her as we see her battling again here. Grant now has it again. Ball sent across into the arms of Gibson. She did bobble that one, but great job to regain control. That last shot, there was nothing she could have done on that one. That was just great footwork by Grant.
It makes it so tough too when Peyton Grant can use both feet so effectively.
Absolutely, that was a beautiful strike. The kick off the foot of Gibson happened to sail out of bounds. Now Grant getting a little bit more attention after that beautiful strike, and good work there by Allen. If you're the Tigers, you'd like to keep up that same intensity. And you've seen what this Central team can do if you even relax for a moment, able to score and quickly. Kinney and Campbell now battling for it. Beam had it for a moment. Strong battle for the ball in the middle of the field. You know, earlier on in the game, I mentioned conditioning and how that might be a factor for either side, and I'm fairly impressed with how both sides have been able to keep up the level of intensity, and no sign of slowing down thus far. And it's really good to see these kids, after such a long layoff of sports in general, able to come out here on shortened practices and not as long to practice in general, coming out here and playing very well thus far.
Yeah, and they weren't able to practice, up till, not too long ago, but they were able to do strength and conditioning and stuff, and I think both teams did take advantage of that, and these kids took advantage of that.
It's definitely showing. Battle on the far side. Another substitution ready to be made here for the Red Devils. Campbell coming out. And for her is number 14, Bryn Clark.
Dexter they have 15 shots in the game. They already have 7 in this half, and we're still got 14 and a half minutes left.
Yeah, very impressive half, at least offensively, as they haven't had to play a whole lot of defense this half for the Tigers. Lewis has made a couple of very nice plays coming out of the box, showing no fear to do so. But really, it's been a lot of offensive attacks. Speaking of offensive attacks, Riley Speed, she's going to look to make something happen here, and she definitely can. Ball centered back across, this time to Hansen. Going to go left, make a move on it. Battled around for a moment. Finds the sideline. Interesting to see. They're going to give it to the Red Devils. Battle for it. Both players kind of went for that one. Didn't look like any ill intent. A lot of action right now near the Dexter goal. That's Wakefield with it. Ball brought in. That's Allen now. Lewis with one hand able to corral that one and bring it in.
Good shot there, though, by Allen from pretty deep.
Absolutely, and Lewis, good job with the one-hand snag. Able to control it and try to flip the possession again. Central, they seem to get really inspired off of when Dexter scores and doing a good job of trying to get one themselves, as we're going to have some action by Bryn Clark down here.
They definitely don't get down. They respond well.
Absolutely. That looked like it went off the foot of Clark. Well, I'd be wrong, at least in the eyes of the official. They're going to give that to the Red Devils. Good throw in there by Allen. She's going to have another opportunity at it. Substitutions being made here. Peaks coming back in for the Tigers. Allen and Kinney now battling for it. Allen, nice touch. It's into Clark. Battled around. Hughes now has it for the Tigers. That goes off of Clark, and we're going to have a goal kick in favor of the Tigers now. Under 12 minutes left to play in this one. Still plenty of time as the Tigers lead the Red Devils 3-2.
Yeah, we see quick both teams can score. Dexter scored twice in the first 7 minutes of the game, while Central scored twice in the last 2:48 of the first half.
Opportunity there. Ooh, off the foot of Hansen. And I thought that one might be going in from my vantage point.
Yeah, we see quick both teams can score. Dexter scored twice in the first 7 minutes of the game, while Central scored twice in the last 2:48 of the first half.
Opportunity there. Ooh, off the foot of Hansen. And I thought that one. Lewis going to try this all over again, and that one sent out to Peaks at midfield. Ball being batted around a bit. Grant just kind of booting that one back down the field. Says, let's try it on this end for a minute. Good job by Gibson also coming out. We've seen that from Lewis quite a bit. Now we see it from Gibson, willing to come extend the range out of the box and make a play. Speed now has it. Very dangerous with the ball. Lewis ends up with it. Strong boot deep down across midfield. Simpson looking to try to make an opportunity on the ball. Believe that came off the foot of Poliquin as Gibson yet again able to control it. Both these goalies are very impressive with their ability to flip field position. Nice touch pass in there. That was off the foot of Speed. Opportunity here for Bryn Clark. Passes back out. Allen's going to have a good look at the goal here. That's going to go just wide. She had a nice shot earlier that Lewis was able to stop. This time Lewis is in there. That was off the foot of Speed. Opportunity here for Bryn Clark. Passes back out. Allen's going to have a good look at the goal here. That's going to go just wide. She had a nice shot earlier that Lewis. Red Devils. 9:30 left to play in this one. Strong boot there by Lewis. Back in favor of the Red Devils, who ever since that last goal by the Tigers have done a great job of controlling the pace. Deep down the sideline, Poliquin racing on after it. She's got some speed, but all the same, still unable to get to that one in time. Speed has definitely been a factor today. Both sides impressive with their ability to mount a counterattack. Now ball in the middle of the field. Good opportunity here. Rushlow, who had the goal earlier, and what a boot there by Wakefield. Well, that's how you flip field position mighty quick. Poliquin now has it. Trying to make something happen for the Tigers, and just like that, ooh, looked like Gibson was in position to make a save, but the Red Devil defender able to stop that before it even had the chance to get to her. Beam got a foot on it. Now Grant, who had the last goal.
Throw in here for the Tigers.
Another throw-in looming, it looks like. Kinney and Beam doing a lot of throw-in work for the Tigers. Callie Gudrow, the freshman, she's done a quality job today.
She actually may have been the one who got the assist on that last goal by Pate Grant. Find out after the game officially. But.
Now has an opportunity in the middle of the field. Touch pass to Grant for a moment. Looks like we're going to have a corner kick, as Hughes has been doing a lot of these for the Tigers tonight, and she's been looking good with them.
It's a 6th corner kick of the game for the Tigers.
Golden opportunity here as we're under 7 minutes left to play. Ball sent across. Opportunity went to the backside of the net. Still Tigers possession for a moment at least. Good defensive work there as the ball comes out of the control of the Tigers, but now a battle for it. Allen wanted to throw that one in, but that's a situation where substitutions actually cost the Red Devils potentially, as they were trying to get up and go quickly before the Tigers defense had an opportunity to get set. Red Devils trail 2-3, advantage of the Tigers. Last goal coming from Peyton Grant. The two before that both coming from Olivia Beeks. Speed, oh, she didn't have an opportunity to make a set play on that one. And
injury over there.
we're going to take a commercial break and rejoin you in a little bit.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
I truly believe that if you're going to do something better, you got to start by innovating. Think about how to solve for a customer problem in a way that's quicker, different, and more customer-centric. The bank's promise has been fundamentally the same from the beginning till now, and that's ensuring that all that we do is making the lives of our employees, our customers, and the communities better. And it's their better, not what's defined as our better.
Welcome back here to Central High School's. Riley Speed just went down with what appears to be an ankle injury. She was able to get up with the assistance of the coaching staff. Hate to see things like that. Speed, a very impressive player, and hoping nothing but the best for her as she, non-contact injury, just went to kick the ball and happened to slip. And obviously, if we find out anything, we'll keep you updated, but for now, let's just get back to the action. I believe this should be the Red Devils' ball, as Speed had complete possession of it before, and the whistle was immediately blown, so it should be Red Devil possession. It is, and they're going to be awarded a throw-in. 6:03 left to play in this one. Substitution able to come in. That was the delay in action right there. That's Grant checking back in. Ball thrown in. That's Hansen in the middle of the field, looking to make a play with it now. Being harassed by a couple of Tiger defenders. That ball's going to be booted through and back through the back line there. Lewis looks like she's going to take this one away for the Tigers. Ball controlled by Hansen for a second with a touch pass, but Tigers able to boot that one back downfield. Callie Gudrow now trying to make something happen for these Tigers. Grant, who scored the last goal, now dribbling down the sideline. She's going to have a couple defenders on her eventually. We want to thank you for joining this Eastern Maine Sports Media broadcast, and want to thank the sponsors that we've been able to talk about and mention tonight, and also want to give a shout out one more time at least to these Central Red Devil seniors who are having their senior night tonight, and they were able to bring up to 4 fans apiece for each of the 6 seniors, so that's why you're seeing some people in attendance tonight. Good boot in there actually for a moment by the Tigers, but didn't result in a clean scoring opportunity.
Each school has their own rules regarding fans. They just can't go over 100. That includes players and coaches too.
Poliquin now in control on the far sideline, looking to see what she can do with it. She's got great speed over there. Showcasing it right now. Trying to cross that one back towards the middle. Does. But good job by the central defenders being in the right place at the right time. As the ball finally travels out of bounds, we're going to have a substitution, and all this is happening as we just hit under the 4-minute mark, with Dexter still leading by a goal.
Take a look at Riley Speed over there. She is sitting up now, so that's good news, and hopefully she's okay.
Some communication happening now. It looks like it's going to be a place kick, I believe, on that far side. It is, and Hughes has been doing a lot of the work on that side of things tonight for the Tigers. Ball sent back in. Opportunity here potentially. Grant had that last goal. Not able to get something clean looking there, but Poliquin now has it. Good job by the central defender, able to come up and make a play on the ball there before Poliquin could really send that one across. Some more substitutions happening now. If you're the Tigers, you'd really like to keep this ball on the offensive side of things and try to eliminate any potential for a Red Devil comeback, which we know they can score quick and fast. And right here, maybe it's a potential chance as Wakefield the header, but it's going to be Lunt running under it. Chance here. Chance for Bryn Clark's shot off the arms of Lewis. Good Red Devil comeback, which we know they can score quick and fast. And right here, maybe it's a potential chance as Wakefield the header, but it's going to be Lunt running under it. Chance here. Chance for Bryn Clark's shot off the arms of Lewis. Right
nice
there.
Save there by Lewis.
Hanson's going to have us for a cross on this one. Ball sent across off the shoulder of Grant. Batted around. Wakefield and the boot. She's done that a couple times tonight, but none bigger than that one right there, as that felt dangerously close to a Red Devil goal if you're the Tigers.
Yeah, Abby Wakefield's done a really good job as a back for Dexter today. Many have on both teams, but she just made a really key play.
Absolutely. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining. This is go time right now for the Red Devils. Grant now has it. If they can shave off a little bit more time, possibly add what could be a nail-in-the-coffin goal. As Poliquin running on under it. She's quick, but unable to get there on that one. You got to go quick here if you're the Red Devils. You only got 1 minute and 10 seconds to try to get that tying goal. That one finds its way out of bounds, and that's actually not a bad tactic right now for the Tigers. Heard the saying, you got 1 minute to win it. You got 1 minute to tie it right now if you're the Red Devils. As again the ball travels out of bounds, and this is the issue. The poor ball girl on the far side trying to hustle as hard as she can.
Yeah, because that's taking like 10, 15 seconds each time, and they only got 35 left.
If they do that 2 more times, this one could be over as it happens again. 30 seconds left to play. Hanson now has it. Out of bounds again. 20 seconds now. Ball batted around. You got to assume it's go time now. 8 seconds. We're going to be down to the final 5 seconds. It's going to be kind of improbable, but throw in comes, but it's going to be a Dexter victory in this one as they take the W 3-2 over the Central Red Devils in what was a great game, Mark. That was a lot of fun, highly contested action, and a good overall game.
Yes, it was. can go over the scoring real quick. In the first half, Olivia Peak's got a goal with 35:59 left. 3 minutes, 1 second later, she got another one, and that made it 2-0. Both of the Central goals came in the last 2:48 of the half. Riley Speed got the first one, 2:48 remaining, and 27 seconds left. Rushlow got one to tie it up. Peyton Grant got the game winner with 17 minutes left, and that sealed the victory. I want to give a shout out to both goalies. I had Gibson down for 8 saves for the Red Devils, while Lewis had 5 saves for the Tigers. So, very entertaining game, and then that's how it ended.
Absolutely. Just want to give one injury update. Obviously, we're not in contact with the athletic trainer over there, so we don't know the specifics of the injury. But from what we can see across the field, Riley Speed did get up. She was slightly hobbled at the end there, but she was walking around the sideline under her own power, unassisted. So if you're listening at home, there's an update for you. Want to thank my broadcast partner, Mark. This was a fun one. For one final shout-out to these Central Red Devil seniors. Maybe you didn't get the win today, but you played your heart out, and it was great to see the fans out in support of their seniors. And seniors, congratulations on what's been a fun career, I'm sure, for all of you. And this was a great game, and hope to see some more games out of you guys, and congratulations.
Yeah, and thank you to you, Zach. Thank you for Darlene doing a great job on the camera today. And we will be back here on Friday, Zach.
Absolutely. And signing off from Eastern Maine Sports Media, thank you for joining us.